Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sean here. So I told you guys we'd get you set up with a little tutorial video on how to use the new kind of morning broadcast system. Hopefully a lot of you guys find it simple and easy to use. Just a few things before we get started. So first and foremost, remember make sure your internet browser is Google Chrome. If you're using Internet Explorer, it won't work. So all the PCs have Google Chrome already installed. So if you go through the applications list, I think it's under G for Google and then Chrome, or you could type it in and search it. One thing that I found with a lot of people who hadn't used Google Chrome before, it took it a little while to boot up and get properly working. So maybe once you try it for the first time, see if there's a way that you can save it as your default browser or something along those lines. So once you have Google Chrome, another thing for anyone who's trying to watch this on a laptop, you will probably want to make sure you have a wired Ethernet connection. Essentially what we've been told is anyone who's trying to watch this wirelessly through the Wi-Fi will not be able to do so. So you're going to want to make sure if you are using a laptop like a Dell or something like that, you want to make sure you have a Ethernet connection. But most classrooms, I think all the classrooms for the most part, have a desktop with a wired connection. So once you have Google Chrome and a wired connection, the first thing you're going to want to do is go video.dpcdsb.org, so just our video.dufferin-peel-catholic-district-school-board.org, and it takes you to this page, and essentially you're going to use your login credentials. So there we go. And for you guys, you'll notice I have some pop-ups here and this and that. I've been kind of practicing over the last week or so on how this works. But your default screen will be Portal. You'll want to make sure you click Content Library, and I'm pretty sure your default screen would be Videos. So you want to make sure that you hit Sources. And like I was mentioning the other day, there are a few schools that are already kind of running the morning announcements, kind of broadcasting option. Looks like Pocock's actually using theirs right now. But for the most part, I think there might be permissions connected to this, and all of us are usually running around the same time. But what you'll want to do is find us, so Mike's TV, click the eyeball, and as you can see, it's launching the multicast agent. And for the most part, it should just load up. Now, on the PCs that I did test this on, it took a little while for it to load for the first time. And when I say a little while, maybe anywhere from like a minute to 2 minutes. Hopefully as this goes here, and there we go, we have that. So that was probably about 20 seconds, maybe a little bit less. So be patient. All I can suggest is maybe, kind of have your broadcaster ready to go before 8:12. But yeah, so once you have that going, you can literally hit full screen. I just have a director's chair set up as a test. But yeah, one thing we're kind of trying to work through, and if you are watching on a TV as opposed to a smartboard, anything on a TV you'll see is live. But just to give you guys an example, I'm sitting down here on a chair, and I'm going to walk up to that chair and wave. So 1 second. So I have a TV monitor set up in the studio that we can see, and I kind of waved, and there we go. So it probably took me only about, I don't know, 8 seconds or so to kind of walk back and forth, and then I started talking again, and sure enough, there was my hand. So there is a bit of a delay, and it's probably going to be an issue just when we're playing O Canada over the PA, but we're going to figure that out. But for the most part, that's how it works. When you're done, you can go sign out and continue what you were doing. But yeah, that's it for the most part. So as always, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact Carlo or myself. But hopefully this is a little bit easier and actually works for a large majority of all of you. Thank you guys. Have a good one.